tell me one thing in the last 3.5 years under Joe Biden. How has Black America been helped? How is it better?
What do they say?
They changed the subject.
Yeah.
And my point is, if we vote based on feelings and emotion, shame on us. Grow up.
That's right.
It's about the facts. And as we all look to how whoever's in charge can help ourselves and our family and our neighbors,
that's right,
we must look at those facts. And that's, to me, where I am colorblind, race blind, politically blind. I don't care. What are the numbers? What are the facts? And let me decide from there. But when no one can answer that question, and in particular, Black unemployment was at its lowest historically in over 50 years, right? Under Donald Trump. You don't have to like the man.
Correct.
How does it help our community?
Correct.
And I don't know why that's so hard.
It isn't. And, you know, it's interesting because my liberal friends, and I still have a lot of them, you know, the ones who haven't unfriended me, at least on social media, but they can't say why they endorse Biden, but they can say why they hate Trump. And so at what point are you voting for someone as opposed to against another person? And I don't know anybody.
Not policies, though, Lynne.
No, I don't know anybody who can say why they're voting for Biden other than to say, I don't want to vote for Trump. And so when you say, you know, the policies that Trump was able to implement that benefited the actual Black community, another thing is I sleep very well at night working for this man, knowing that no modern day president has best represented the antithesis of sort of white nationalist groups by becoming, you know, a champion of the state of Israel, by becoming obviously one of the most successful presidents for Black and Latino communities, you know, by obviously, like you said, lowest Black unemployment, lowest Latino unemployment, highest Black household income under Trump, highest Latino household income under Trump, permanent federal funding for HBCUs under President Trump.
No other president has given what he did to HBCUs.
No, the highest amount of funding for public housing under President Trump. You know, obviously, no-knock warrants, banning on federal chokeholds. These are things that he doesn't get enough credit for, declaring the KKK a federal terrorist group. I mean, these are things that the media doesn't talk about because they don't want people to know the truth. Investing $70 billion into 8,000 low-income census tracts. Obviously, releasing 15,000 nonviolent felons through the First Step Act. We look forward to implementing the Second Step Act, which is about job training and trade skills, housing assistance, rehab assistance for substance abuse. Those are the parts of the Second Step Act that's already drafted that we were looking forward to implement.
That's exciting.
Yeah, no,
right?
It is. Because once these folks are out, then what? How do they get jobs as a felon, you know, with this on their record? And we need to be able to help them become productive members of society. You know, you see unprecedented support among Black males for the president. You know, we were at an event in South Carolina and the media tried to spin it, and so did the Biden administration by saying that Trump said, well, the Black male support is off the charts because I've been arrested and indicted and all this stuff. And that's not at all what he said. What he said is that I believe that this is a demographic who can relate to the two-tiered system of justice that they see me suffering under. And without question, if you go up to a Black man who plans to vote for Trump, that is one of the things he will say. You know, Black women, 12% of Black women, that's double, who are going to support Trump as well. 22% of Black men who are committed to supporting Trump. That translates into hundreds of thousands of votes in every single state, some of which would have been enough to flip states in 2020. I think mathematically, Democrats are facing a huge problem. And, you know, at the end of the day, Sage, when they talk about how racist and sexist my boss is, the only thing I can think of is that racists